What's happening, guys? It's Abhinav from PhoneBunch. I'm back with another video today. This is the Samsung Galaxy J7 2016 edition. So Samsung today launched two phones in India, the Galaxy J5 and Galaxy J7 2016. This one, the Galaxy J7 2016, costs Rs 15,990, and for that you are getting a 5.5-inch 720p display, Exynos 7870 octa-core processor, 2GB of RAM, 16GB of onboard storage, and yes, a metal frame. On the right you have the power button, which is quite sturdy, does offer good feedback. At the top there is nothing, but you can see the chamfered edges, which do make the device easier to hold. On the left you have volume buttons, which are again made out of metal and do offer good tactile response. The build is really superb on this device and it feels good to hold in hand as well. At the bottom you'll find the micro USB port as well as the audio jack. Moving to the back, you have a 13 megapixel camera with f1.9 aperture, the speakerphone as well as the LED flash. Moving to the insides, you have the NFC antenna, a 3300 mAh removable battery, and two separate SIM card slots with a separate micro SD card slot as well. So no hybrid business here. Now even with that large battery, the Samsung Galaxy J7 doesn't feel bulky. Now moving to the front, you have a 5 megapixel camera, you have a selfie flash as well as a proximity sensor. Just below the display of capacitive buttons which don't light up and a physical home button which does give adequate feedback. Now the camera here is actually one of the highlights. It does take images pretty quickly, you have a pro mode available, but it's pretty restrictive. You just have wide balance, ISO and exposure control, but it gets the job done. Now we did test out the camera for a little bit. I'll have some samples as well. You can see that front facing flash right there. The front facing camera, as you see here, does take images quite well. If you come to the rear camera, there is quite a bit of detail here. Colors do look quite punchy. Images don't look oversaturated or over sharpened. And overall focusing was pretty good here as well. We will be testing out the camera later on in more detail in our full review, so stay tuned for that. And coming to software, the Samsung Galaxy J7 2016 edition is running on Android Marshmallow right out of the box with a slimmer TouchWiz skin. But you do have some customization in the form of themes. You have a configurable notification shade right up top, and you can see right here Android 6.0.1 right out of the box on this one. Now out of the 16 gigs of storage, you will get about 11 odd gigs when you get the device. There is not much bloat here, some Microsoft apps which are always useful. Now USB OTG is also supported here. You can expand storage with a micro SD card, and while we had several apps open in the background, about 500 odd MB was still free, which is pretty decent. Overall, the performance on the device does seem to be pretty good. Apps opened up quickly, web browsing also was pretty decent over here. Now if we talk about colors, it will be available in three. So you have a white variant, you have a gold variant which you see right here, and also a black variant which we have been showing throughout the video. Now overall, the build quality is really superb on this device. It doesn't feel bulky. With a 5.5-inch display, 3300 mAh battery, it does feel quite light. The display doesn't look pixelated even though it's just a 720p panel. Overall, good performance, solid design, and I hope it does have solid battery life as well. Now this too will be available on Flipkart starting midnight tonight. We will be covering this phone in far more detail in the coming weeks, so stay tuned to PhoneBunch. Do hit that subscribe button so that you get to know which videos are coming next. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day.